Colorado's legend, Shedeur Sanders, has a legitimate shot to steal Browns quarterback one spot from Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and whoever else wants to come challenge the man. You understand what I mean?
And Shedeur Sanders did impress in the spring. Like, he was willing to throw the ball in tight windows. He was accurate.
We'll make you think we're the Super Bowl contending player at that position. Start us at that position, and we'll lead you to the Super Bowl.
The football world just got hit with a statement that has everyone talking. Asante Samuel, a man who made a career out of reading quarterbacks, has come forward with a bold claim. Shedeur Sanders is the only quarterback who has proven he can lead a team to the Super Bowl. Yes, only. Ahead of Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl MVP, and Dylan Gabriel, a highly touted young talent. And what's even more shocking is that Samuel isn't the only one backing Sanders. Chants are ringing out across the league, calling for Shedeur to be named QB1, a rising star outshining veterans with years of experience. Asante Samuel didn't stop there. He took aim at the Cleveland Browns, calling out what he sees as blatant hypocrisy in how they're handling their quarterback situation. According to Samuel, the Browns coaching staff knows the truth. They've seen the same things as everyone else. From mini camps to OTAs, it's clear who stood out the most. And the verdict? Shedeur Sanders. Samuel went as far as saying, if you're talking about consistency and performance, Shedeur was 10 out of 9 every time. High praise, especially when looking at the competition. Based on his stats, his positioning, everything, Samuel believes Shedeur is the guy who should be starting 9 out of 10 games, no questions asked. Ryan Clark has also thrown his hat into the ring, and his message is as clear as it gets. Cleveland needs to recognize that Shedeur Sanders is the best rookie they have. Clark's not mincing words. He believes that once the team fully embraces the reality that Sanders is their future, everything will fall into place. According to Clark, it's not just about the potential, it's about the timing. Sanders is the ideal candidate to step in and replace aging quarterbacks like Joe Flacco or even Kenny Pickett. Flacco's time has passed, and Pickett's limitations are showing. Sanders represents a new era, one that's built on energy, vision, and leadership.
Is it Joe Flacco? Is it Kenny Pickett? No, let's figure out who's the young guy that we expect could be able to take reps this year.
But Asante Samuel didn't hold back when it came to Joe Flacco. He straight up called him out, saying Flacco knows his time is over. Yet he's still hanging around like a shadow, trying to hold on to a starting job that isn't his to take. Samuel went as far as calling Flacco a robber without a face mask, accusing him of trying to steal money from Cleveland by riding on the coattails of his past success. He argued that Flacco's legacy as a Super Bowl MVP no longer holds the same weight, and he's essentially robbing the Browns by masquerading as a great quarterback when, in reality, his best years are far behind him.
Bugging at the age of 40 years old. Joe Flacco is robbing with no mask on, baby. That's the best way to get it in the NFL, baby. Hey, this is robbing without a mask on. He's
surprised right now.
And Samuel didn't stop there. He turned his attention to those defending Joe Flacco, the ones trying to downplay Shedeur Sanders by pointing to Flacco's veteran status, his experience, and the so-called crispness of his play. Samuel wasn't buying it. He called out those arguments, saying that just because Flacco's been around the block doesn't mean he's still a threat. According to Samuel, Flacco might have the resume, but in reality, he's got nothing left. The experience and crispness that everyone talks about, it's nothing but an illusion, a facade, a past achievement that no longer holds weight in today's game. And it's not just Asante Samuel who's making these claims. Sam Acho has also weighed in, and his take is even more direct. Starting Joe Flacco would be a disaster for the Cleveland Browns. Acho didn't sugarcoat it. He pointed out that Flacco's age is a glaring issue. His mobility, or lack thereof, is a huge liability. In a game where quarterbacks are expected to move, improvise and create plays on the fly, Flacco just can't keep up anymore. According to Acho, starting him would put the Browns at a disadvantage from the very beginning, likely leading to a rough and uninspiring start to the season.
I do have concerns, though, if you figure out if that old guy's going to be number one. Let's say it is Joe Flacco, and let's say Joe Flacco early on isn't moving. Let's say he's moving like an old guy. Let's say he's unable to move in the pocket. All of a sudden, you're losing early, week 1, week 2. If a guy like Shedeur Sanders, who is a quarterback who talks about rhythm and timing, he's not necessarily elusive per se, but he fits in Kevin Stefanski's scheme. If he improves, I think he should get a legitimate shot to be the starter.
Instead, Acho argues, it's time for Shedeur Sanders to get the opportunity he deserves. Sanders, with his impressive movements, agility, and explosiveness, brings an entirely different dynamic to the quarterback position. His style of play is exactly what Kevin Stefanski needs to bring a fresh energy to the offense. Acho believes Sanders would seamlessly fit into Stefanski's system, bringing not just a future star, but the immediate playmaking ability that Cleveland desperately needs to hit the ground running. If the Browns want to avoid disaster and build momentum from the start of the season, there's only one move to make: give Sanders the keys to the offense. And the voices keep growing louder. Colin Cowherd has also jumped into the fray, and as always, he's not holding back. While the consensus seems to be leaning toward Kenny Pickett as the starting quarterback, Cowherd is making a bold statement. Pickett doesn't deserve the spot. In fact, Cowherd argues that Shedeur Sanders is the better option, and not just because of his potential, but because of his ability, the kind of ability that no one else, including Pickett, can replicate on the field. Cowherd didn't shy away from taking a shot at those doubting Sanders. He specifically called out the narrative that Pickett, being a first-round pick, should automatically be the starter. Cowherd argued that Sanders' ability to perform under pressure, a trait that's often overlooked, is the very thing that sets him apart from Pickett and makes him the clear choice to lead the offense.
But you know, solid, good family DNA, moved well, historically accurate, good kid, not a bad kid. Certainly a better prospect than first-rounder Kenny Pickett by far.
Colin Cowherd didn't stop there. He went on to say that Shedeur Sanders has become one of the most widely discussed players in the league, with analysts, coaches, and team owners all weighing in on his potential. Cowherd made it clear that Shedeur has been one of the top prospects in this class, and that's something the entire league is beginning to recognize. He took it even further, praising Sanders for his historical accuracy as a passer, his strong family background, and his exceptional character, calling him a great kid, not a bad kid. With all these qualities combined, Cowherd firmly believes that Shedeur Sanders is primed to be the best option for Cleveland's starting quarterback position. But amidst all the noise and heated debates, Shedeur Sanders has made his return, and the energy surrounding him is nothing short of electric. After dropping his powerful documentary, he's not just making waves, he's creating a full-blown storm. The hype surrounding Sanders has reached new heights, and it's clear that people aren't just talking about him, they're rallying behind him. Fans, analysts, even former players, they're all on the Shedeur train, and the momentum is undeniable. At the start, it's going to be a challenge. No one's denying that. But let's be real. Shedeur thrives on challenges. In his documentary, he made it crystal clear. Challenges are his fuel. It's not just about the highs, it's about how he responds when things get tough. He doesn't back down. He doesn't shy away. When adversity hits, Shedeur faces it head-on with a level of confidence that shows he's not only ready for the moment, he welcomes it. They talked. They made their claims. But Shedeur Sanders, he set the record straight. He's not here to live up to anyone's expectations. He's here to crush them. He's not about playing by the rules that others set for him. He's here to rewrite them. And when all's said and done, everyone will know the truth. They lied about him. They underestimated him. And now he's coming to take over. Shedeur's documentary wasn't just another highlight reel. It didn't just get views. It resonated with every single one of us. It hit differently. The question isn't whether Shedeur Sanders will make it, it's how quickly he'll take over. The narrative around him has shifted. From being doubted to becoming the centerpiece of an entire franchise's future, Sanders has proven time and time again that he's more than just a prospect, he's a movement. His documentary was more than a glimpse into his life. It was a rallying cry for a generation that's tired of hearing about what could be and ready to see what is. As the calls for him to be QB1 grow louder, Shedeur is showing exactly why he's the future of not just Cleveland, but the league as a whole. The doubters will always be there, but they don't understand his true power. Shedeur thrives on challenges, and he's been preparing for this moment his entire life. With the unwavering confidence and poise of a seasoned veteran, he's ready to step into the spotlight and rewrite the narrative on his terms. This isn't about fitting into a system, it's about changing the system. And when Shedeur Sanders takes the field, everyone will know this is just the beginning. The legend is being written, and it's going to be one for the ages. So, what do you think? Is Shedeur Sanders truly the future of the Cleveland Browns, or is the hype just that, hype? Can he really step into the spotlight and outperform seasoned veterans like Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett? Will the Browns make the bold move and hand him the reins, or will they continue to hold on to the past? And let's not forget, what does this mean for the entire league? Is Sanders about to become the face of a new era of quarterbacks, or is he simply another flash in the pan? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below. Do you believe Shedeur is the real deal, or do you think the pressure might be too much too soon?